Are you hanging out with the Schools of Benjamin?
You don't understand.
Then make us understand.
I don't know what has gotten into you, but this thing that you have become is now my son. You are ruining my life, my family, and my relationship.
Eli Condé was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa. He moved to the United States when he was 8 years old and faced many challenges after settling in America, including bullying. He contemplated quitting school, and now he took up acting, and he worked on an award-winning documentary, Boys Cry. From there, he landed more roles in films that aired in countries around the world. And this morning, Eli joins me to share his inspiring story. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Really appreciate it. So let's start with addressing some of those challenges that you faced when you had first moved to America in school.
One of the first challenges that I had was, being amongst people that look like me. I remember the first few kids that made fun of me was African-American kids.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, why are you making fun of me? We look alike. Yeah. Automatically, I was drawn to them because, I'm used to seeing a lot of black people around me. But when I came, they were making fun of my accent, the way I dressed, my hair. So I felt, not included anymore. So I tended to stay away from them. Because before I came to the United States, my family, especially Africans, they would tell you, oh, stay away from African Americans because, one, they're dangerous. They will pretty much have nothing good going for themselves. Why? Because of what we see on TV of them. So that kind of just had that pre-notion of me saying, okay, I want to stay away from these people because I don't want to get in trouble or I don't want to get sent back home.
So why did you decide to take up acting while you were going through these struggles?
Acting, it came at a point in my life where I was almost graduating from college and I needed something else to do because I got bored really quick. And I was confused at the time. I said, what am I supposed to do next? When my cousin, Celia Marie Dean, posted up a Facebook message saying, they're looking for actors for this new project, I said, okay, since I took an acting course, I kind of loved it. I sent her a message saying, hey, put me down as one of the actors I want to, audition. But I almost quit. She had to convince me, say, come on and just try out. When I went there, I saw all the cameras, everyone standing. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And I had no idea at all what the project was fully about. I knew it was about bullying and, knowing the fact that I've never spoke about my bullying experience before. So when I went there, I think all the emotions hit. I said, okay, now this is a huge platform. I have to at least really voice out my opinion about what I went through. So that way, because I know there's millions of other students or people that are going through bullying.
Yes.
And when I started to explain everything, everyone was looking at me like I was crazy because everything I spoke of through my experience was the same thing Benjamin went through. So that made it, the connection much more stronger. I'm like, okay, this is something I've been looking for.
So you could really relate,
yes,
based on the experiences that you had with bullying in school to your role. And then it just kind of snowballed from there because
exactly.
Then all of a sudden you started being offered more roles in films and movies. Tell us about that.
Correct. So that, I tell people all the time, that really opened up a door for me through my speaking, because I used to go around different schools talking about Boys Cry and my bullying experience. And through that, it got me to work with Hollywood actor Isaiah Washington on a film called Bound, African versus African American. It's a documentary that just highlights the difference between African and African Americans, just like how I spoke of when I first came to the United States. So everything that I've gone through connected at the end of the day, and I knew, okay, this is a path that I'm supposed to be on. And I did some other film projects that are about to be released soon. Free Lunch from Anti Harvest Production. So it's snowball effect after that.
That's really incredible. What an inspiring story that you have. And now you're trying to motivate people with speeches as well, and you're touring around the world to do this. Thank you for being here in Winnipeg. Tell us about how motivational speaking now is really taking over for you.
It's my life, because I've understood the power of storytelling through my my college professor. She said that your life is a book. The way you live your life is how people are going to read it. And I've always understood that I have a strength of building relationships with people. So I used my story. When I finally understood that I have a really good story that I can tell out there, I started to say, okay, no more fear. It's not about me anymore. Because I believe once you found your purpose, it's no longer about you. And purpose is what I usually speak about. Discovering who you are in this world and what you're called to do. And when you do find out this is your identity, you now have a new agenda that you're going after. So I just speak about my life experience and just relate with people. I've also found out that people want to get heard. That's all. They just want to be heard.
Yeah.
So when you give them that attention, you listen to them carefully and effectively, and you offer them a different perspective, because that's what I do. I don't say, live your life this way because this is how I did it. I offer you a different perspective.
Okay, well, Eli, really appreciate you being here. If somebody wants to share their story with you or just be inspired by your messages, where can they find you online?
Instagram at Elijah Konde, ElijahKondeh. I'll be there. Facebook, same thing, Elijah Konde.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's so nice to have you in
Pleasure.
Winnipeg, and good luck on the rest of your touring. I understand you're heading all over, so it's wonderful that you are here.